again, this is also a bit familiar for SEO. So first, yes, on your website, if you want, especially when we're talking about brand sentiment and knowledge about your brand, for example, right? So specific features, specific offering, pricing, stuff like that, that only you have as content. Definitely, you must have all of that as a multi-language website, not just B2B, B2C as well. Have that on your website in general. This is good for SEO. This is good for ChatGPT as well. But when we are talking about like external sources, like third party, so not only you need, let's say, publication in, let's say you optimize for Europe, right? So you need publications in Germany, Spain, Italy to also link to your or mention your brand. Let's say it that way, in a way that is relevant to what people are searching, right? So that's the idea. You want different the content externally also to be in the language that people are searching, because the way LLM works is exactly that. It's like searching for similarity in the tokens and then understand, okay, that's have a high connection with that. Okay, so I don't know, product blah 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 have a direct correlation with is that a brand company, right? So you want this to be in different languages. Okay, if you're targeting different audience, you want these external publications to also be in different languages. This can be everything that is going to review, from social chat, from public publications, review websites and stuff like that. We want to diverse in terms of the languages. So this is instructions by OpenAI to ChatGPT. And what it means for us as someone that would like to influence ChatGPT is now we know technically the opportunities that we have to actually influence ChatGPT. So as Efraim mentioned, like if we really want to go with optimizing for local information, basically means if someone is looking for restaurants and you can do it, like, hey, give me the best restaurant. So obviously it will not suggest you restaurants if you're based in Israel, outside of Israel, right? It will try to match where you are right now to the answer it gives you, right? So for local businesses, this is crucial. And this is good for them because if it was only just the data set, probably they will not, like, it's very hard to be mentioned in a very broad data set as a good restaurant, right? Now, this is our opportunity to understand where people are, like which prompts are more probable for ChatGPT to go outside and create a rank, create an immediate query. And then if we understand that ChatGPT actually uses Bing, so this is something big that a lot of SEOs are now not doing. Like no one is optimizing for Bing, right? Because it's like no one is using Bing besides ChatGPT and maybe, I don't know, other people that haven't replaced Internet Explorer, right, with Edge. But no one is actually using Bing, but ChatGPT only uses Bing for searches. So as a quick win, if you optimize, and again, this is, okay, I'll finish the sentence and then I'll explain a bit more. But if you optimize for Bing, you have a probability to now appear as a source or impact the answer that ChatGPT is providing the user, right? So if you think about that, if we showed like data set or the LLM itself, like the data set is a big part of that. Then we have the memory, which we can't control. This is like the user context. And then we have the RAG, the query to like the external query, if it happens, right? So let's assume we get a prompt where it actually happens and we optimize to appear in that prompt in a concept of, we understand that ChatGPT is now going to query Bing and we want to appear in Bing. For some odd reason, just for ChatGPT, we want to appear in Bing. Now, unfortunately for us, the way it actually crawls Bing is not the way that users will do, and it won't just pick the first the first link in Bing and just use that. It will correlate a few answers based on what, also doing some analysis of the answers, like the URLs, and then it will pick, okay, I want to get answers from this specific domain. So this might be the 6th answer in Bing, right? Like the 6th link in Bing, or the 6 plus 10 plus 25, I don't know. It will combine the information it calls from these three sources, and then it will output the result. While the probability is not like super statistically high, you can still, like, this is the best chance to still use SEO in a different way we're doing now, right? So it's SEO for Bing to actually get some potential to influence the results of ChatGPT. Okay, so just think about the following. Think about what ChatGPT will go outside and ask Bing, because it's not the same thing as what the user will ask, right? So if you think, you can actually see that when if you enable, I don't know if it also open in 4.0, but if you enable O3, for example, where ChatGPT is doing like thinking, you can actually see like the concept of ChatGPT. The user is asking for the best platform, the best CRM platforms in 2025. I'm going to query Bing. It's not going to say it like that, but he's doing an external search for, and then it might change the query itself. Okay, and what you want to optimize for Bing is what the query that ChatGPT is doing for Bing. It might be a more specific, usually a more long tail query, and this is where you want to appear. And this is your way to use SEO, which is something that you can influence in your usual ways of working, to actually impact ChatGPT.